Hello students, welcome to Jenny's Tutoring. This is Lower Secondary Mathematics for Grade 7. Let's learn Chapter 28, Converting Units and Scale Drawings. We are going to learn conversion. Okay, so let's look up exercise 28.2. Second sum, convert these to millimeters. Okay, so what's our A sum? That is 4 centimeter. We are going to convert that 4 centimeter to millimeters. Okay, so what's the formula? 1 centimeter equals to 10 millimeter. Okay, so centimeter is the bigger unit, millimeter is the smaller unit. We are converting bigger unit to smaller unit. So that means what? We have to do the multiplication. So 4 centimeter equals to 4 into 10 because 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. That's why we are multiplying by 10 here. So 4 into 10 is it's a 40 millimeter. Okay. Now B sum 6.2 centimeter. So what's the formula? 1 centimeter equals to 10 millimeter. Why we are writing this formula? Because we are converting centimeter to millimeter. Okay. Now again bigger unit to smaller unit. We are converting bigger unit to smaller unit. So what we have to do? We should do the multiplication. So 6.2 centimeter equals to 6.2 into 10. Now without decimal point, just we multiply. Okay, so 62 into 10 is 620. After the decimal point, we have only one number, right? We have only one place. So from the last, you just leave one place and keep the decimal point. Just leave one number from the last. Okay. So the final answer is 62 millimeter. Now see some. Again centimeter. So 28 centimeter, we are going to convert to millimeters. So 1 centimeter equals to how many millimeter? That is 10 millimeter. So we are converting bigger unit to smaller unit. So what we have to do? We should do the multiplication. So 28 centimeter equals to 28 into 10. Okay, so 280 millimeter. Now D sum 1.2 meter. We are going to convert this to millimeter. So I just wrote the formula directly to that millimeter. Okay. 1 meter equals to how many millimeter? That is 1000 millimeter. 1 meter equals to 1000 millimeter. Okay. Again, we are converting bigger unit to smaller unit. So what we have to do? We should do the multiplication. So 1.2 into 1000 because our formula is 1000 millimeter. So we have to multiply by 1000. Okay. So 1.2 into 1000. Now with the decimal point, just we multiply. 12 into 1000 is 12,000. Here after the decimal point, we have just only one number, right? So from the last, you just leave one number and keep the decimal point. So what is the final answer? 1200 millimeter. Is 0.88 meter. We are going to convert to millimeters. Okay, so what's the formula? 1 meter equals to 1000 millimeter. Okay. Now, we are converting bigger unit to smaller unit. So what we have to do? We should do the multiplication. So 0.88 we are multiplying by 1000. Okay, so without decimal point, just multiply the numbers alone. Okay, 88 into 1000 is 88,000. After the decimal point, we have two numbers, right? So from the last, we need to leave two numbers. So final answer is 880 millimeter. Okay. F sub 3.65 meter we convert to millimeters. So 1 meter equals to how many millimeter? That is 1000 millimeter. So 3.65 we have to multiply by 1000. Why? We are converting bigger unit to smaller unit. So without decimal point, just we multiply. Okay, 365 into 1000 is 365000. Okay, 3,65,000. So after the decimal point, we have two numbers, right? So from the last, just leave two numbers. So the final answer is 3650 millimeter. Okay. Do you see where I kept the decimal point? I just left the two places. Here I kept the decimal point. Okay. So the final answer is 3650 millimeter. Okay, G sum 0.008 meter. We convert to millimeters. So what's the formula? 1 meter equals to 1000 millimeter. So 0.008 meter we have to multiply by 1000. Why? We are converting bigger to smaller unit. Okay. So without a decimal point, just we multiply the number. So 8 into 1000. Okay, so 8 into 1000 is 8000. Here, after the decimal point, we have three numbers, right? Three places. So from the last, we just leave three numbers. Okay, so the answer is 8.000. So the final answer is 8 millimeter. H sum 0.23 centimeter. Okay, we are converting to millimeters. 1 centimeter equals to how many millimeter? 10 millimeter. So we have to multiply by 10. 0.23 into 10. Why? Bigger unit to smaller unit. We convert to bigger unit to smaller unit. So 23 into 10 is 230. After the decimal point, I have two numbers. So from the last, we leave two numbers. Okay, so the final answer is 2.30. So 2.3 millimeter. Okay. Thank you. See you in the next class. Bye bye.